Y'all, I just have to talk about the goodness of God. Like, he can hold your hand in the most amazing ways. And it can be through scripture, it can be through a song, it can be through anything. God is real, y'all. Like, in this Bible that we have, this book that we have, is so life-giving when you really give your life to him. You will see how life-giving this book is. So, if you've been following my page, you'll know that like my circumstances aren't the best. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. But my circumstances aren't the best, and it's been very difficult for me in many areas, but it is what God has ordained for the time being. So I'm finally able to like kind of sit in that peace and realize, okay, this is just where I need to be right now. Well, uh I've been needing some encouragement, and there's this Bible verse that kept gnawing at me, and it's the one, if you're familiar with it, in Matthew, that talks about if you're not willing to give up father and mother, you're not worthy of me. If you're not willing to give up daughter and son, you're not worthy of me. And I always thought that verse sounded really harsh. I'm like, oh, that sounds terrible. And I never really like got it. But something about it was gnawing at me, and I said, you know what? Finally, I'm going to give in. I'm going to read this. Lo and behold, the words I absolutely needed to hear, the comfort that not only I was in the right place at the right time, doing what the Lord wants me to do, even though I'm facing this great opposition, even though it's like, oh, am I like in danger of dishonoring my parents and all this stuff? Or am I disobeying the Lord? Like, which one do I choose? You know, it's such a conundrum for many young believers, I think. How do we navigate serving God if our parents are in opposition or don't fully get it or whatever? Matthew 10, verse 35 and 36 says, I have come to turn a man against his father, a daughter against his mother, a daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. A man's enemies will be the members of his own household. You may not get why that's so significant, but for me, that was a confirmation that even though it's looking a little ghetto, it's looking a little chaotic, it's looking a little not great in the here and the now, that doesn't mean that the Lord is that does not mean that the Lord is not at work. Just because something is ugly, just because it looks like God has left, that may be proof all the more that he's working in the midst of the situation.